Welcome to the Master Food Artist Soup Song! I'm Darlene Loves, your host, and if you're looking to be a master in the kitchen, then please hit that subscribe button and the bell. Please like and share this video with your friends because we want all of our friends to be master food artists. So when they invite you over, they know how to make food that you love and that is good for you. That's a bonus with all these recipes. They're vegan, they're whole vegetable foods. And even one of these is a raw vegan recipe soup with a smoky tomato soup today. And then we also have a hot and sour soup if you're into more of a brothy soup. And if you like a really hearty soup, I have a sweet potato stew just for you. The first recipe that we are going to make today is going to be the vegetable broth. And this is something that you can stick in the freezer and it's perfect for just popping out of the freezer and defrosting and throwing a soup together. And these soups don't take long at all. Let's just get on with it, get on with the show, and head to making that veggie broth that you can use for the next 3 recipes. Okay, you're gonna put 6 cups of water in a steamer, or you can use a pot, 2 cups of onion, 1 cup of celery, and 1 cup of carrots, chopped up carrots, 2 sun-dried tomatoes, and 2 garlic, and 1 bay leaf. Then 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and then shut the lid and set the timer. You want to slow cook it for an hour to an hour and a half. When it's cooled down, you can strain it, let it cool, and then fill up mason jars. I like to use 16-ounce mason jars. Just leave enough room at the top for freezing, or you can use plastic freezer bags if you want. All right, you've got the veggie broth done. Now, let's move on to our smoky tomato soup. Now, tip here. You can make this raw by not adding in the vegetable broth and just making the base and warming it up in your blender or, of course, my favorite, the Vitamix, until it's warm. And if you want other savory smoothie recipes that you could turn into soups, then head on over to the Master Food Artist and subscribe, and you're going to get those free recipes so that you can make them. All right, let's get on to that smoky tomato soup. So we're going to add some chopped Roma tomatoes, and celery will give it a salty flavor, a little bit of onion and sun-dried tomatoes for the richness. And then we're going to add some garlic, how much ever you like garlic, and a little bit of hot pepper. Now let's top it off with our secret ingredient, nutritional yeast and smoky paprika. And then you're going to blend this up until it's nice and warm if you want to keep it raw. Adding some shredded carrots and fresh peas and corn, and then topping that with the soup. If you want to cook this, you can add 2 cups of vegetable broth, blend it up again, and then heat it up. I love fresh dill in this, and eating it with flax crackers is amazing. Wasn't that just amazing? Okay, the next soup is a brothy soup. Now here's a tip for you. You can add different kinds of the amino. You can use Bragg's liquid amino, you can use coconut amino, or you can just use a soy sauce, even a gluten-free soy sauce. So let's get making this soup. Okay, 4 cups of that yummy veggie broth or veggie broth that you have in a pot or in a steamer if you choose. About a teaspoon of fresh chopped ginger and 1 garlic clove crushed, and then as much hot pepper as you like. Some people like hot pepper paste. I like fresh hot pepper. And then a thinly sliced carrot. Put that to the side with a thinly sliced bok choy as well. And 2 green onions chopped thinly. And I have oyster mushroom here and some shiitake. Those are really delicious and hearty in there, in the soup, like a meat consistency. Then you can use the liquid amino or soy sauce, and rice vinegar or coconut vinegar. And add that in there, and then it's ready to heat. So heat it until a boil on medium-high, and then you want to take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or arrowroot and 2 tablespoons of water and mix that up and make sure the water's cold. And then go ahead and add the rest of those veggies in there and then cook until tender. Now, if you like tofu, go ahead and add some thinly sliced firm tofu, and I like to top it off with some chopped up nori sheet, some seaweed, and some pepper. And then enjoy the soup. I just throw a little bit of nori in there. I love seaweed in the soup. I think it really adds something. What do you think about those other 2 soups? Pretty yummy? Okay, this third soup here is one that is so delicious and is just gonna wow your guests because it's so original. Instead of having a stew made from the regular potatoes and carrots and celery and all the other delicious stuff, we're gonna add sweet potato as the main ingredient. Now the sweet potato is gonna make it a little bit sweeter, but yet you've got all those other veggies making it savory. So let's get on to this recipe. Okay, we're gonna saute 1/2 chopped onion and 1 garlic clove, and just add a little bit of vegetable broth just for the sauteing. Now you can do this over the stove or you can do it in your steamer until it's just browned. Then you're going to add 4 cups of veggie broth, and then you're going to chop up 4 sweet potatoes, and then 2 large carrots and 2 large celery stalks, and I like them choppy, like really thick. And then 5 chopped sun-dried tomatoes and a secret ingredient, daikon radish. Do about 1/2 cup of daikon radish and a cup of fresh peas. A tablespoon of vinegar, you can use coconut vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. A teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of cumin. And I love spices. And then of course, add some fresh cracked pepper in there. That'll really add to the flavor. And then another secret ingredient, a tablespoon of almond butter and a little bit of fresh chopped ginger in our pot. You want to cook it until it's that stew-like consistency for about 45 minutes. Serve it with some fresh bread. What did you think about all of those delicious recipes? Quick, easy, amazing. And you saw how you could make it with a pot, or you can make it in a steamer. I just love master food artist tools like kitchen gadgets. And my favorite is that to make soups is that great little steamer. And I use the steamer for so many things, as you will see in all these videos, but it's just so easy to just plop it in. It's a little bit faster, or a lot faster. It's a lot faster than a crock pot. So it's faster, but then you don't have to use the stove. Now again, remember to head on over to the Master Food Artist and download that Smoothie Obsession, and it's got a lot of little surprises in there, and you'll really like that. And share and like this video. And until next time, I am hoping that I brought out the best in you and your food, and I loves you.